We have all heard about the enigma of Nostradamus and his famous quatrains. In today's video we delve not into his past predictions, but his modern prophecies, including his frightening predictions of future events. From political upheavals to natural disasters, Nostradamus's quatrains have been interpreted in many ways. Some believe he foresaw the rise of Hitler, the French Revolution, and even the 9/11 attacks. So, what do Nostradamus's predictions mean for us now? Are we on the brink of another world-changing event? Join us as we unravel the modern prophecies of Nostradamus and explore the startling predictions he made for the future. Have you ever wondered how a man from the 16th century could predict events occurring centuries later? Imagine living in an era of kings and queens, knights and castles, and yet being able to foresee a future filled with skyscrapers, airplanes, and even nuclear weapons. Intrigued? Well, meet Michel de Nostradam, better known as Nostradamus. Born in December 1503 in Saint-Rémy de Provence, France, Nostradamus was a man of many talents. He was an apothecary, an astrologer, and a reputed seer. But it's not his profession that made him famous, rather it's his collection of prophecies, a set of cryptic quatrains that has intrigued people for centuries. In the year 1555, Nostradamus published his most famous work, Les Prophecies, a collection of 1,000 poetic quatrains. These quatrains, written in a mixture of French, Latin, Greek, and even some made-up words, are believed by many to predict future events. From the Great Fire of London to the rise of Adolf Hitler, from the moon landing to the tragic events of September 11th, enthusiasts believe Nostradamus saw it all. His prophecies continue to be a subject of debate and speculation, with interpretations often being made after the events they predict. Despite the skepticism and controversy, the enigma of Nostradamus continues to captivate us. His quatrains, shrouded in metaphor and symbolism, are like intricate puzzles waiting to be solved. They have spurred countless interpretations and theories and continue to inspire a sense of awe and curiosity. And still, the question remains, was Nostradamus truly a seer who could foretell the future? Or was he just a clever wordsmith whose vague and cryptic writings allow for broad interpretations? Is there a method to his madness? Or is it all a mere coincidence? What if you could decipher the code to a 500-year-old prophecy? Imagine peering through the foggy veil of time, tapping into the cryptic wisdom of the past, and unveiling the mysteries of the future. That's the allure of the prophecies of Nostradamus. Nostradamus, a 16th-century French apothecary, penned his predictions in a series of quatrains, four-line verses written in Old French. But his writing style was far from straightforward. He employed a complex mix of symbolism, metaphor, and allegory, painting a vivid picture that was as captivating as it was cryptic. Why such a convoluted approach? Some suggest Nostradamus had to cloak his prophecies in obscurity to avoid the wrath of the church. Others argue that the ambiguity allowed for multiple interpretations, thus increasing the chances of his predictions appearing accurate. The structure of his prophecies is as intriguing as their content. Nostradamus wrote in quatrains, which are four-line verses. It's believed that he chose this form for its simplicity and symmetry, and perhaps because it mirrored the unpredictable rhythm of life itself. His language was Old French, a rich and nuanced tongue that allowed for subtle shades of meaning, but the passage of time and the evolution of language have made his quatrains challenging to interpret. Modern translations often struggle to capture the full depth and nuance of his words. There's also the matter of anagrams and hidden codes. Nostradamus was known to scramble words and phrases, adding another layer of complexity to his prophecies. Some scholars dedicate their lives to decoding these intricate puzzles, hoping to unlock the secrets within. So, how did he construct his prophecies? Theories abound. Some suggest he used a form of divination, others believe he had a supernatural gift. But whatever the method, the result is a body of work that continues to fascinate and perplex us centuries later. Understanding the language is the first step to unlocking the secrets of the prophecies. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, there's no denying the allure of the enigma that is Nostradamus. His cryptic verses beckon us, inviting us into a world of mystery and intrigue. Who knows what secrets they hold? Imagine decoding predictions about significant future events concealed in cryptic verses. Now let's venture into the mystery of Nostradamus's quatrains, starting with the September 11th attacks and predictions of events yet to unfold. We start our exploration with the dawn of the 21st century, marked by the tragic 9/11 attacks. Century 1, Quatrain 87 reads, "Fire from the center of the earth will cause tremors around the new city." The new city could be a reference to New York, the site of the attacks, The earth-shaking fire could be the explosion from the planes hitting the Twin Towers, and the subsequent collapse of the buildings, which indeed caused tremors. Century 10, Quatrain 49 further states, "Garden of the world near the new city, in the path of the hollow mountains it will be seized and plunged into the vat." Here, the Garden of the World could symbolize the prosperity and diversity of America, and hollow mountains could refer to the Twin Towers. The vat could signify the immense grief and shock that enveloped the world following the attacks. After decoding the predictions of the past, let's look ahead to the prophecies that still await fulfillment. Nostradamus has foreseen countless events yet to happen, from natural disasters to technological advances, wars to periods of peace. His predictions span across centuries, offering a fascinating glimpse into what might lie ahead in the tapestry of future history. But remember, Nostradamus's words are cryptic, and their meanings open to various interpretations, much like the future itself. So, while we may find clues about what's to come, the true essence of these prophecies will only be revealed in the fullness of time. The power of Nostradamus's words, penned hundreds of years ago, continues to resonate with us, presenting a captivating exploration of history, prophecy, and the enigma of the future. But is everything as it seems? Could there be another explanation? The prophecies of Nostradamus related to modern and future times have been a hot topic of debate, polarizing views into skeptics and believers. This divide is as vast as it is profound, with each faction staunchly upholding their viewpoint. The skeptics find their stronghold in the ambiguity of the prophecies. The enigmatic language, the surreal imagery, and the vague messages are all contentious points. Nostradamus authored in quatrains, each with 4 lines that are open to countless interpretations. This ambiguity, according to skeptics, allows any prophecy to be associated with almost any event, provided one is inventive enough in interpreting it. For instance, consider the quatrain that is believed to predict the rise of artificial intelligence. "Iron birds shall rule the sky, emotions made of steel." Sounds straightforward, doesn't it? However, skeptics argue that iron birds could denote countless inventions, and emotions of steel could symbolize myriad phenomena. The prophecy, therefore, is not a precise prediction, but a broad statement that could be applicable to various situations. Furthermore, skeptics argue that Nostradamus's predictions are frequently adapted to events after they have transpired, a phenomenon known as post-diction or retroactive clairvoyance. It's much easier to assert that a prophecy has been fulfilled once the event has already occurred, and the words can be manipulated to align with the circumstances. On the contrary, the believers stand their ground. They contend that the vague and interpretable nature of the prophecies is not a shortcoming, but an attribute. Nostradamus was a product of his era, a period when expressing such visions might have resulted in accusations of heresy or witchcraft. The cryptic language, believers argue, was a necessity, a precaution to protect Nostradamus from the ire of the church and the state. Believers also underscore the precision of some prophecies, the rise of the internet, the climate change crisis, the emergence of global pandemics. All these modern phenomena and more, they assert, were foretold by Nostradamus. These are not vague generalities but specific, monumental events that have reshaped humanity's trajectory. To them, these accurate predictions substantiate Nostradamus's prophetic abilities. The believers' the most persuasive argument, however, lies in the sheer number of prophecies that have materialized. They argue that while 1 or 2 might be coincidental, the multitude of accurate prophecies are too substantial to merely disregard as chance. Despite these arguments, there is no conclusive evidence, no undeniable confirmation that validates or refutes Nostradamus's ability to predict the future. And that is the important aspect. It's this uncertainty, this enigma, which continues to stoke our curiosity about Nostradamus's prophecies. Who doesn't relish a good mystery? The debate continues to smolder, but the fascination with Nostradamus's prophecies endures. Whether you are a skeptic or a believer, or somewhere in between, the charm of the unknown, the excitement of the prophecy, the intrigue of the cryptic Nostradamus continues to entrance us, and that is the true legacy of Nostradamus. Let's delve deeper into the uncharted territories of the present and future. Could there be prophecies of Nostradamus yet to be fulfilled? As we brave the complex labyrinth of present times and peek into the future, our curiosity is piqued by the potential prophecies of Nostradamus waiting for manifestation. Many avid followers believe in the imminent realization of these prophecies, citing various quatrains that resonate with our era. One prophecy that stirs debate is the prediction of a significant fire. As expressed in the 2nd century quatrain 6, Nostradamus speaks of a substantial fire that will descend from the sky for 3 nights. Some interpreters have ingeniously linked this to the skyrocketing progress of technology and the latent hazards it possesses. Could this great fire be an allegory for a disastrous technological event or potential cyber warfare? This interpretation sparks intense debate and seems increasingly likely in our digitalized era. Another prophecy that holds our attention is the one speculated to forewarn a significant war. In Century 8, Quatrain 77, Nostradamus mentions a third Antichrist who will instigate a horrendous conflict. While the identity of the first 2 Antichrists is often associated with Napoleon and Hitler, the identity of the third remains enigmatic. Is this prophecy cautioning us about an upcoming global leader and a potential worldwide conflict? This intriguing concept sends a shiver down our spines and keeps academics and enthusiasts alike engrossed in the text. Yet another prophecy that has intrigued modern observers is Century 1, Quatrain 53. This quatrain refers to a severe plague of the maritime city. Some followers have linked this to the global pandemic that has held the world in its grasp. Could Nostradamus have anticipated this devastating catastrophe centuries ago? The interpretation is a matter of heated debate, but speaks volumes about the continued intrigue surrounding Nostradamus's prophecies. Intriguingly, some interpreters have also proposed that Nostradamus predicted the advent of artificial intelligence. Century 3, Quatrain 21 discusses the creation of a new entity. Could this new creature be hinting at the emergence of smart machines? It's an enthralling notion that mirrors our growing apprehensions about the rapid progress in technology. And then there's the prophecy about the Great One falling in Century 10, Quatrain 72. Some followers have associated this with the downfall of powerful leaders or institutions in our era. It is a vague prophecy that encapsulates the tumult and shifts defining our era. Amid these myriad interpretations, it is crucial to remember that Nostradamus's prophecies are intricate and often open-ended. They are subject to diverse interpretations, and it's tempting to draw parallels that might not have been intended. Navigating through our present struggles, it's only human to seek guidance and warning signs in the musings of a man who seemed to transcend his era. Regardless of whether you consider Nostradamus's prophecies as reality or mere coincidence, there's no denying their powerful cultural influence. They ignite debates, induce fear and fascination, and captivate our collective curiosity. They tease the eternal enigma of the inborn human longing to decipher it. As we steer through the uncertainties of our era, Nostradamus's words provide a tantalizing sneak peek into the potential future. They implore us to question, wonder, and envision. They dare us to face our fears and ponder the possible repercussions of our deeds. The future is always in flux, and perhaps in the writings of Nostradamus. So, what does the legacy of this 16th century seer hold in the realm of his modern and future prophecies? As we've navigated through the contemporary implications of Nostradamus's prophecies and his potential projections for the future, we've encountered a cosmos with speculation and intrigue. Let's take a moment to reflect on our discoveries. We first grappled with his unique style, a fusion of cryptic poetry, astrological references, and distinctive personal used to craft his prophetic quatrains. These verses, filled with anagrams, metaphors, and written in a mix of languages, have served as a puzzle for interpreters across the ages. We then attempted to decipher some of his modern and future prophecies. From global warming to the rise of artificial intelligence, interpretations are diverse as the predictions themselves. The charm, or the challenge of his prophecies, lies in their ambiguity, openness to interpretation. Each generation uncovers new meanings, new predictions that seem to resonate with their times. The debate between skeptics and believers still rages, with skeptics arguing the prophecy's vagueness allows for multiple interpretations, while believers assert they contain startling accuracy. This ongoing debate keeps Nostradamus's prophecies alive, proving that they're anything but relics of the past. Lastly, we pondered the importance of Nostradamus in the contemporary world and his potential impact on the future. Regardless of the time elapsed their creation, his prophecies continue to reverberate in pop culture, literature, and political discourse. Major global events often trigger a return his verses, with people seeking understanding or comfort in his enigmatic words. And so we revisit our initial question. Does Nostradamus' legacy hold in the context of modern and future prophecies? The response, it seems, is as multifaceted and intriguing as the seer himself. Regardless of your beliefs, the profound legacy of Nostradamus continues to pique our curiosity as we probe his cryptic verses for insights about the present and hints for the future. His influence, his enigma, and his prophecies will undoubtedly continue to stir debates, inspire seekers, and mesmerize us all as we gaze into the future and ponder what lies ahead. Ultimately, the question remains: was Nostradamus a true prophet or a master of words? As we conclude exploration of the enigma that is Nostradamus and his prophecies, we pose a different question for your consideration. Did he truly see the future, predicting events that unfold in our modern and prospective times? Or was he simply a wordsmith, sculpting his phrases in a manner that leaves them open for broad interpretation? His writings continue to intrigue, bewilder, and polarize views even in today's technologically advanced era. His prophecies have been associated with notable global events, yet the skeptics remain. Are these connections to his predictions indicative of his prophetic capabilities? Or are they a manifestation of our innate human need to discern patterns and understand our world? Regardless of your stance, the fascination with Nostradamus and his prophecies endures, propelling us into a never-ending discourse. In the realm of modern and future prophecies, how do you perceive Nostradamus's prophetic powers? Thank you for joining Time Pilgrimage on this adventure, and as always, please explore our library of time and space-related content. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating time and space-related content.